we in one way started to see these issues because we had a customer. I would say they were probably like 15-18% of our revenue one year, and we lost that customer. Then it was the first time I actually experienced that feeling and issue, like when you have a big customer actually leaving you.
Man, it's like good enough, so you gotta be great, and I'ma do whatever it takes, doing what I love in life, and I'll pay the price, and not stopping even if the shit kills me, even if it kills me.
So 143 coming up, Wednesday episode. I give you the countdown. 3,
Yes.
2, 1.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to MattGron Talks. This is number 143, and my name is Mattias Gronborg, aka MattGron, and here I share my scaling up journey when I'm building my company from nothing to something. And of course, with me, as usual, the one and only Svea Malina Landshoff, the co-host of the show and my dear friend. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Mattias. I did some gymnastics here. You know, every time I'm giving everything to reach the something, you know, we're working on here. Welcome to MattGron Talks 143. This is where entrepreneurship runs smack into reality. And we do that 3 times a week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Mattias, do you want to introduce the framework?
Yes, we have a framework for you guys. So every Monday we talk about self-development, and I'm sharing what I'm learning, growing as a human being and a leader. And then every Wednesday we talk about all the things I'm learning in the entrepreneurial process, scaling up my company. And then every Friday I share my weekly inventory, and then I come to you with all the things that I could have done differently, and I also share what I have learned during the week, and we are together celebrating the victories. That's it.
That was the framework. Welcome then to number 143 and Wednesday today. So we're going to talk about scaling up a business, and I think scaling up a business could be tricky without customers, right?
Yes, I agree.
Rhetorical question here.
Yes.
So I want to talk about customers today, but from another point of view than we did before.
Yeah.
And today I want to talk about like the sizes and the amount of customers. So I was wondering, for a company like iGoMoon, where the goal is, you know, to scale the company, what makes more sense, or what is better in your eyes, to have, I would say, more smaller clients who generate a smaller revenue each, or rather have like a handful of really big clients who generate a lot of revenue? What's your take on that?
There's a lot of different things here, but let's get back to the core of the show, so to speak, where I'm sharing my scaling up journey. So let's talk about how it looks in my case, when iGoMoon started. So I think very typical in the service or in the agency business, probably the more common ways that the founder or the founders, there is, I think, typical more people, 3-4 people founding an agency or a service company. Probably they might have a background in the industry, which also means they have a couple of accounts or clients already when they start. And I have seen that very often these clients, they are kind of big, you know. And in my case, everything started out with 0 customers, a lot of cold calling. We were knocking doors, and like the 2-3 first years, and we also, you know, we went to the market with like a packaged WordPress solution. So in our case, I think we had about 200 customers after 2-3 years, you know. And of course, there was some ongoing revenue from website hosting and backups and stuff like that. But, you know, producing the website was kind of a project, you know, one-time project. And of course there was some support going on, but in one way we needed to, you know, find new customers, because these customers, they were actually small customers, like small business customers. There was not so much ongoing, marketing work to actually help them out with, because I mean, small companies, they don't invest in that in the same way. So, but what I'm trying to say here, it was very good for us and for iGoMoon, because we were not really depending on a couple of, big accounts. And in this way, I think the first 2, 3, 4 years, we were growing in a very healthy way. And this is something I kind of became aware of like after that, but it was very good in that way.
So it was maybe not like planned to have revenue from lots of, like a lot of customers. It was more something that happened naturally, right?
I mean, of course, there was we had an offer. There was a planned offer, like we structured a package, and so there was in that way planned. But I mean, what I'm trying to say is I was not thinking about that part as you addressed the question. You asked the question initially. So, but I mean, later when we started to grow, when we started to work with HubSpot, and then the customers come with a kind of a bigger commitment, and we started to grow some accounts. We in one way started to see these issues because we had a customer. I would say they were probably like 15 or 18% of our revenue one year. And we lost that customer. Then it was the first time I actually experienced that feeling and issue, like when you have a big customer actually leaving you. But in our case, since day one, we have always worked with sales and been approaching new customers. So, I mean, we picked it up kind of fast.
Yeah.
But the opposite is probably, you bring some big accounts in, you already have them when you start a business, and then you might not be up to the sales lifting in the same way, and then you can have a problem. Yes, but it's also like in a bigger perspective. If you're building a business to maybe sell it in the future, or actually have an sustainable business that is actually growing without you as a founder, you must have that sales engine always
running.
Running.
Very important point.
Running and rolling.
Yeah, that's true, because from what I've heard, it's just a company is not very attractive to a potential buyer if they only have 3 big customers and they make up all the revenue for the whole year, right? Yeah, important if there's someone watching who wants to sell the company to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you said that at some point you actually were in a situation where you lost one of the big customers, and after that, was that kind of like I know you've already kind of been doing it to generate a lot of different customers, but after that happened, were you even more cautious about this, to keep an eye out that not like one single customer takes the cake when it comes to the revenue of the year?
I mean, yeah, of course you are. I'm cautious. I mean, like, if you have big customers, they also they will always demand a lot in one way, with all the internal resources, and you are in a position where you could lose everything very drastically. So.
Yeah, it's true, because when you have that one big customer, you're probably trying everything to please that customer, right? And maybe don't focus on the others as much as you should.
And you could also end up where you start crossing your own boundaries, with a lot of different things like pricing or like how they treat your staff. And there could be a lot of different things. Yeah. So if you really feel you need that customer.
Yeah. Have you been in that situation where you were involved with a customer like this, where you felt like your boundary shifted?
Many times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it getting better?
What do you mean? Like people getting better in general? Or
No, you
what do you
maybe
mean?
being more aware now when, I mean, you said that before in a couple of episodes ago that now you're also really keeping an eye out if the customers also a culture fit and like would work together well with your employees. I know that you are more aware of that now. So I guess it's probably also a process to learn that in the beginning maybe you are more prone to let customer treat you in one way or another. But I feel the more you find your niche, find the customers, you're not so likely to let them do that to you, or like I said, shift your boundaries so much anymore. That's what I meant with like, is it getting better over time? Maybe that you know now where your boundaries are.
I mean, I'm not on the front line bringing in the customer. So because you asked if I'm getting better,
or in general, have you
like
had problems in the closer past?
people is people, and I mean, it doesn't matter if it's professional or personal relationships. You said something that I think is important to say on this topic. Where you are looking for culture fits when you are recruiting people, and you need to look also watch for culture fit when you are bringing in customers. And I think unfortunately there is customers out there, and when I say customers I mean people, because there could be, I mean, there is logotypes,
but there are people behind it.
There is people behind the logotypes, and they can switch companies and they come and go, and but I have a lot of experiences from people ordering services from us that in one way try to bully or exploit my staff and take advantage of different things. And maybe people use different kind of techniques or to actually get what they want,
manipulation,
or negotiate, manipulation, negotiate prices and stuff like that. So it could be a simple thing like, okay, are you happy with the stuff you got from us this month? Yeah. Okay, I'm happy with that, but I still I'm not really happy because of what happened 3 months ago.
Okay.
And we have already been talking about that, but they want to keep that, remind you of
push
it.
the price maybe for something.
Exactly,
or get something.
It could be, and I don't know. There's just so many different examples.
Yeah, I understand. So I guess in that situation, it's good when you have, you're not relying on 2 or 3 customers, but you actually have 20, 30, 40, and then it's easier also maybe to say goodbye to people, like you said, not only companies, but the people behind the company who might just not be a good fit.
But of course, like if you, if you have situations with your customers, you need to, of course, hear them out. So
the heat model.
Yeah, the heat model. But you need to hear them out, and you need to empty the glass if there is some dissatisfactions there. But now I'm talking about, I mean, when you have done all the healthy, relationship talk, and people still, what do you say, like hold you grudge or
No, I know that you don't have any problems looking into conflicts and resolving them. I'm 100% sure you're not referring to those, but just the people that maybe have not the best intention. I know what you mean. All right, but I think that was it for our Wednesday topic. Thank you, Mattias, as always, for sharing your knowledge that you have gathered so far. And maybe we could help out some of you guys who are still at the beginning of the journey to maybe be aware of some things. And as always, if you like what we're doing, please subscribe, like, comment. If you have any question, Mattias is your guy. He's happy to answer. If you want to know anything, take a chance. And don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss any future episodes. And see you in the next one.
See you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye-bye.